everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul, and I'm here with my last my last video for my series of my process for making a journal. And I was going to do another one before I did my final reveal of my journal, but I was going to do like some of the embellishments and stuff that I was going to do, but I decided to go ahead and let's just wrap it up. I've completed my journal. I've got my cup of coffee because I know I've talked a lot about having a cup of coffee and trying to find time to sit back and relax and watch videos and really have time to get inspired. My cup of coffee is kind of it's getting kind of low, so that's kind of apropos. My little cup of coffee is about empty here, so as we wrap this up. So this series was for, you know, I was making a journal and I used Rosewood Cottage by Marilou, Porch Swing Designs. And I'm going to put all the information in the description below. My shop, I have an Etsy shop, and her information as well for her shop. I also presently still have my, I've got 3 Paris, fun little Paris traveler's notebook journals in my Etsy shop. So if you're thinking of any Christmas gifts, you know, keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I did do a fabric cover. I've got I sewed all around it. I've got some frayed edges, canvas that I put my little picture on, and it is a beautiful picture. It's of a lady, and it's got roses all around her little archway on her front porch and of her cottage, and it's just I thought was perfect for this particular kit that Marilou created. I've got a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I've got the ribbon is attached underneath this picture, so it's not going to go anywhere. So I like that. On the back, I did handwrite my name, signed it, and sewed around it and attached it to a pink burlap, and you can actually, there's a little pocket there if you ever wanted to tuck something in there. So go ahead and take a look. It did get chunky. Yes, it did. And I know a lot of people, if you're able to use this as an insert, if it's something you're interested in and you're able to use it as an insert, that's great. For me, it just ended up like a regular journal to me. So for me, it would be more like that because it is pretty thick. You can certainly take elements out if you wanted to along the way. So again, like I said, it's sewn all the way around. Here I just took a pocket or made a pocket from Marilou's some paper out of her kit and backed it with coffee dye paper to give it more of a sturdy pocket. Added some of her papers that I just kind of cut up so that you can do some journaling there. I have a really neat stamp kit that I have gotten, and this is the first time I've used it, and it's got 3 little sets of butterflies on it. So this tag, it's attached up here, so I guess it's like a Hermelinda kind of tag that I turned it into. You could take the ribbon off and open it all the way up, but that's some extra journaling space there. And let's see, so there's one of her beautiful pages. And I have a little tag here. You can journal on the back of that, journal all on that. There's a journal card here. I'm not gonna open this up because, well, yeah, I am. Let me open it up. That's what this is for. So, of course, that's a pocket. And then you have a pocket here. You can stick something in there. And then you have a pocket here. And you can, stick something there. But you can also just like journal all over these pages. And I think it was part 4 where I kind of did like a little tutorial on how to make one of those where you just have kind of like little flipping pockets that you can do. On this one, I just left it open so you can have all that journaling space, and I did add a little bit of light two-toned distress inks on there. Lace. There's a pocket. I put a little bingo card in there and one of Marilou's pretty little tags. Did some stamping. Lots of edge punching in here. I didn't do that much stamping Got more lace and rose trims. That's a journal card. You can journal all over that. This was a lot of fun. This was part of one of her actual pockets, corner pockets that you could do, and I just was having a hard time figuring out how I wanted to do it, so I finally just cut out a little element out of it, and this I made kind of like paper dolls, so extra little writing you can do there, and this little tag stamp is like one of my favorite stamps, and on the back I have like the paper didn't meet all the way, so I put some washi tape on it and I did a little pocket, and so there's like a little bee stamped on that, but a little piece of paper, so if you wanted to do a little bit of small special journaling there, and then you can just tuck that back in there. And then of course my bee there, and then there's more journaling space there. This is my Rita Donnelly flip, and I did like a double flip. Got a little stamp bee there. So lots of journaling there, and a pretty tag from Marilou's kit. That's a journal card that you can open up and journal on, and I just thought it looked pretty with that paper that I put with it. And there's a real pretty layout there. All that journaling underneath, on the back of this card, front of this card. You can journal on here. I don't know if you can, you probably cannot tell, but there are lines, you know, in this particular kit. So journal all on there, journal all on here. More space to journal again. I did the two-tone kind of a vine, leafy stenciling there, but you can certainly write all over it. There's one of her pretty cards. I sewed around it. I've got a little cheesecloth under here with a flower. I did color these flowers to match these pretty flowers in her outfit. I've got a quote here, "One rose is enough for the dawn," by Edmund Jabes. I always like to add a few quotes into my journals, and then you just tuck it up underneath that little flower petal, and that keeps that closed. And then I have one of her cards here. So there's a part of an envelope that you can flip out there, and there's I've got some little extra pieces of paper tucked away in here, and you can certainly put more in there. More journaling here, more of the edge punching. And this is a pretty card, or yes, a pretty card, journal card that she made, and I sewed around it. I didn't sew around all of them, but I did a lot of them, like I say, and then I have all the different little edge punchings that I did. I thought that was pretty together, and I liked that you could see this peeking out past. I like that. I like seeing layers of pages. So journaling all here. This is an envelope that it's not glued down. You can do all the journaling that you want to on this whole spread. What this envelope is, so when you flip it, you can see I put one of her circles that she provides you a lot of little circular tags that you can decorate with. So I put that there as kind of a stopper so that it would hold this, because I didn't glue it down. So I wanted it to hold this pretty little cottage journal card that Marilou added into her kit, but this envelope comes totally off. And so let me just show you what I did. I used a technique that was by Crafty Sabi, and her name is Sabrina Oreskovic. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. It could be Oreskovic. I don't know. I still might not be getting it right, but Sabrina, let me know how to say your name. But anyway, so I don't know if y'all remember earlier in my series, I had to, I wanted to do this envelope, but it was too long. So if you have any kind of stationery around your house that you want to use and everything, if it's too long, I cut the bottom of it off so that it would fit. But then I had to come up with a solution to, close the envelope. So what I did is I just, did a strip, and then I backed it with coffee dye paper because I like things to be stiff. I like pockets to be stiffer and sturdy so that they don't tear easily when you're removing items and taking them out. But anyway, I have edge punching, and so I just wrapped it around here basically. So that formed like a little pocket on each side of the envelope, and I just did, in sepia, a really pretty rose stamp that I have. It's a very detailed stamp, and it's just kind of a classic. And I actually stamped that all over this envelope. But the procedure that Sabrina, that I did, or the treatment that I did on it, was where she takes her distress inks and she distresses all over it with her, maybe, you know, like vintage photo. And then she takes coffee and actually sprays all over it as well. The coffee will kind of shift and move some of the ink, but that's okay. You just keep applying it and drying. And I just love the technique of it, the feel of it, the look of it. It gives it a really rich color, and it's just a lot of fun. I stamped all inside with that rose stamp and all on the outside of it too. So that was just a lot of fun. I do have a quote: "Everyone can identify with a fragrant garden, with beauty of sunset, with the quiet of nature, with a warm and cozy cottage." Thomas Kincaid, and you know, he's done a lot of those art pieces with cottages and everything, so he's well known for that. But anyway, so this just tucks under, the flap just tucks under that little flower, and then this is a pocket for that beautiful image of a cottage with beautiful flowers all around. So I believe also I did a tutorial in my series. This is kind of like the other pocket that you saw. I have it embellished a little differently. A little tag there that's sewn. But yes, this is a pocket here, so you can tuck some things, but you can write all over this. So it's almost like the pockets are hidden. If you just sat here and journaled and all that, your pocket would be hidden. And only you would be the wiser. So I used a little washi tape there, and you saw my little stamped bee, because you're definitely going to see some bees in a little rose garden. So this is a flap of one of her coin, I call it a coin envelope, but I think it's a pocket tag that she called it, but I did use them differently. And I just, you know, glued it there, and then you've got some little goodies that you can put in there. This is the middle of the signature. I took two of the little rose trims and just folded over the top of the strings just to put a little rose in there. And of course, you can journal all over this. A little pocket here. Here's my other little tag. And this one, they're not connected. It's just little pieces of paper shaped like my tag that's like a little booklet for you. And then here is, you know, just some extra paper that I mixed in with Marilou's kit. And then, of course, one of her, that is such a really pretty image, a little cottage with roses around it as well. Just tuck that there. Did a little stamping. Took this as her belly band and instead just made like a little side pocket. So, you know, I've got some extra paper with some washi tape, and then I took one of her cards there and backed it with coffee dye paper. So just a few little things that you can actually write on there. And then that flips out for more journaling. And then this is a Rita Donnelly flip as well. It's a singular Rita Donnelly flip. And here's a little tag there that I sewed around. Another beautiful tag of Marilou's kit that I did not sew around. I just printed it on a little bit stiffer paper. And again, you can journal all over these pages. And then I just did a journal card there and put a little tag, one of my little mini tags that I have in my shop, and I just kind of did a little sepia stamping on it, added a bow, and I just like the way that layout looked as I did a little tuck there. Got a little more stenciling. This is one of those, what do you got? Pillow pockets? What do they call those? You know what I mean. Petal pockets. And so you can actually, I think she intended this image to be in it, but I just wanted to kind of layer and add. And that's one of her little pockets she provides. Did a lot of edge stamping on that one, so that's areas that you can totally journal on. I've got her little title for her kit, Rosewood Cottage, and I just put it up there kind of in the middle of the book as we go along, and there's a journal card, and I just thought that was really pretty. Got some trim. And then there's a little belly band that she provided, and I did some bee stamping. And then just extra piece of paper that I had from the papers that I included to go with her kit. And so I thought I would just tuck that in there. Again, you can journal all over that, journal there. I did make made a little pocket here, and I did make one of these. This reminds me of crazy quilting because I'm a quilter at heart from way back, but I know the Franken pages remind me of crazy quilting. And so I know crazy quilting had all kinds of angles, and this is more like squared up and everything like that, but little rectangle pieces and squared pieces and everything. But so I did that, and that was a lot of fun, just using up some scraps from the papers that I had used with the kit, and I did like a Linda tag out of it. So you can still journal around this little maze of sewing that I did. And then I put like a little tickets on the front and the back. I've got some extra paper from her kit that I just kind of inked up and stuck that there, and then a little butterfly there with a little ribbon on it. I just thought that was pretty. And then one of her little circular roses that she has in her kit. So I just tucked that right there. So just kind of left that where you can put anything, pictures or whatever you want. You can journal there. A little more stamping. Another one of her pretty cards, journal cards, and I sewed around it as well. Here is another quote that I have. A rose must remain with the sun and the rain, or its lovely promise won't come true. And that is a quote by Ray Evans. And one of her pretty little circular, like I say, you can do little small journaling back there. This is like I just only secured it here and here, but you can open it and journal some more. So you can tuck some things there. And I just like the look of that. I like the color, just the color. I just like that. Didn't even need any embellishing. No embellishing needed. Her papers speak for themselves. Just so pretty. This is another one of those envelopes that, or pocket tags as she called it. And I separated mine. So mine's just going to be, this is just the envelope, and I draped it there so you could tuck something there if you want to. And on the other side, you know, this will flip up. So that's where her pretty design is. She was creating these so you could, you know, like glue them onto a page and everything. There's so many things you can do. It's nothing set in stone. Another pretty card from her kit, and then extra paper that I added. And this was just some sequin boho trim. It's got little sequins on it right here, and I just loosely attached it. It's not even attached on the sides because I just didn't want it to be difficult just to slide your card in there. But I thought that was pretty. And then, so this tag was what you could put into that little tag envelope that she had. But I just decided to put it, you know, spread it out through the kit. Here's another little pocket, and then of course a little stenciling there. Journal on the back of that. Lace. This is just another little journaling tag, and I did a little stenciling there. And I took more of her little circles, and I just thought I would just, you know, kind of decorate along the line. I edge punched this little flip out, and then, you know, you can use that as a tab, but just for decoration. So you can journal all in there. Here's another little tag that I treated like a Linda tag. And so I sewed around that, but you can journal all around through there. So my last page, I folded the pocket over with my fabric and made another little pocket there inside. And here's another one of her pretty images of a little cottage with pretty flowers all around it. And then I had this postcard stamp, and I had it stamped out from another project. And so I sewed all around that and tucked that in there as well. So that is my journal. I have enjoyed this process. I want to thank Marilou for letting me do this with her kit and try to do like a little series. Not everybody's process is going to be the same, and that's why it's just kind of fun, just to think about what a lot of my process just kind of showed you. It just kind of showed you what I think about and the types of things that I like to gather when I want to do a journal. And it might inspire you if you go back and watch. If you've not subscribed yet to my channel, please do. You can hit the bell and it'll always give you a notification whenever I have new journals out or new videos out to show you and share with you. So that's my journal. It is going to be up for sale in my Etsy shop. So if you know of anyone that loves roses, or, you know, just you think they might enjoy a gift like this for any special occasion or Christmas that's coming up, this would certainly, you know, I think be a nice gift. They would really enjoy that. I'm also going to do a giveaway today. This was from my last, the part 5 of my video series. And what I did is I put the names in of all the people that made comments on my video. And I'm going to, let me make sure they're folded. I'm going to pull one. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go on and I'll pull 2 names. I'm going to pull 2 names. And each recipient, now I'm going to do it a little different this time. I won't be able to pay for shipping, but what I will do, because like I say, because I want to be able to include people that are abroad, living internationally from me, and so I do want to include them as well. But so what I'm going to do is, if you want to come to my shop, and you can come in and shop, and I will give you a $10 coupon off. So that might help with some money and maybe offset shipping or whatever if you are international. But so like I say, I'm going to go ahead and I'll pull 2 names out of this pile. Each person will be the recipient of a $10 coupon to use in my Etsy shop, The Papered Soul. All right, so I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to do that one. This one. Okay, let's see who the winners are. Ooh, Junie Desiree. And I don't know if I'm saying her last name the right way. I love her name. It's the prettiest name. But I think she goes by JD. She's also with Willowbound Journals, so check her blog out if you haven't already. And she's just making journals right and left too. So JD, you have won. I'll give you $10 off if you choose to come and shop at The Papered Soul on Etsy. Let's see who else won. Ah! Gina, you are a lucky little lady. The Firefly Studio 67. Gina won the last time. Now she is lucky. Anyway, $10 off if y'all want to. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate your time, your patience, and you know, spending some time with me. I was really excited about this journal. The thing I love the most about journals is you never know what they're going to end up looking like. You change your mind 1,000 times, and you just have no idea of what the final. Okay, I've got a cat going on here. You never know what the final outlook is, or result is going to be, and that's what I love about it. That's what I absolutely love about it. That's just the fun part to me. I'll think it's going one way and then it goes in another. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate your time, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.